Dr. Heather Small, and I'm the teacher at UT Chattanooga and Southern Adventist University. Today I would like to present to you the ETS BOA All-State Music for the state of Tennessee, and this is the 11th and 12th grade etudes. I recently conducted a clinic at my school, UT Chattanooga, and some of the students were asking about this lyrical etude, so let's begin there. I will play it for you and then discuss some of the spots that may be causing you some trouble in your practice. First off, I'd like to say that this etude has deceivingly difficult portions. It's marked quarter note equals 62 and begins with 2 half notes in the first bar. But after that point, you have a myriad of subdivisions that are required. Sextuplets and 32nd notes. So I think it's integral to work with your metronome. While I was playing that for you today, I had my metronome on, and I actually had it on the subdivide mode, even though it was silent, so that I could make sure that I'm not rushing. And that's what I would encourage you to do. Rushing is very common in a piece like this. We see those 32nd notes, all of those dark notes on the page, and you want to play faster. And in reality, they are quick, but they still need to be within proportion of this tempo. So work with that framework in mind. Secondly, the grace notes may be something that you've thought about and worked on. If you haven't done this already, I would recommend that you practice the music without the grace notes. Look with me at bar 4. I will play that measure without any of the grace notes. What's tricky about the placement of the grace notes in this bar is that they are in the middle of the triplet. And usually we see the grace notes at the beginning, as you may know. So when you practice the piece without the grace notes, you reacquaint yourself with how the rhythm flows within the bar. After you have a good concept of how that measure will sound, then add your grace notes. Always bear in mind that these grace notes need to be agile and they should not jostle the framework of the rhythm that they're connected to. So you could easily go back and forth between the unornamented and the ornamented version like this. And try to make them sound the same. Lastly, I should say about this etude, it's lyrical. So whenever possible, add vibrato. I think that helps in bar 10, of course, where you're supposed to play fortissimo. But even from the beginning, you want to produce a characteristic sound on the flute, a lush, beautiful, projecting tone. So don't forget to use the vibrato. Let me quickly move to the technical etude, and I'll perform it for you and then discuss some of the pitfalls within that piece. And the major areas that you are probably looking at is bar 38 and 39, those series of triplets. They're quick, but it is a pattern, so recognize the pattern. We have lower neighbors, and we're moving chromatically up a scale. So you could easily woodshed this spot. Oh, excuse me, G flat. With a slur 2 tongue 1 pattern, and a zillion other ways that you would vary the articulation and the rhythms just to get it under your fingers. And then, of course, work for speed gradually. The other thing that I wanted to point out is the articulation. If you look carefully at this piece, you'll notice that there's some spots where you have a slur to a staccato. For example, bar 14, the first beat. But if you move to bar 16 with me, you'll notice that there are 2 staccatos beneath the slur marking. So that's indicating to me that there is a legato tonguing. And some people may miss that as they're preparing. So check out your articulation and watch your triplets at the end. Make sure that it's a pattern and that you're not skipping something and going too fast. Those are my words of advice for these 2 pieces, and I wish you good luck on your upcoming audition.